Listening is how we get the majority of our information. When we communicate, we don't realize that 9% of our communication comes in writing, 16% by reading, 30% by talking, and 45% by listening. And this isn't often a critically overlooked but very important skill. And what I found astounding is only approximately 25% of us are effective listeners. So when we're talking at each other without listening, that leads to miscommunication. So what are the advantages of learning to listen effectively, getting better at this skill? Well, number one, fewer mistakes. You get instructions the first time. You spend less time solving problems, because when people talk and you listen, you gather all the information you need, and they may have the chance to actually verbalize the solution to you. Number one, I think, is critical. You decrease the misunderstanding in between. Communication is so critical in what you do every day. If you decrease misunderstanding, you're going to increase productivity. And now you're going to increase respect, rapport, and trust between your colleagues. So how do you do this? Well, number one, you could start listening to yourself. Talk about your self-talk. Is it positive or negative? Do you dwell on outcomes or things not done? And how does your self-talk impact your attitude or motivation? So practice listening to yourself and then do something with that. So here are some tips on effective listening skills. The number one seems obvious, but you have to stop talking. You can't listen effectively if you're trying to talk over someone. Don't interrupt. Give someone time to really explain the situation, and that can include your clients. And be prepared to listen. Clear your mind so you're not thinking of something else. You're focused on the person in front of you and what are they saying. This includes reducing distractions. Multitasking gets in the way. Turn away from the phone or the computer so someone knows they have your full attention. Listen to the tone of the information and the person speaking, not just what they say. Be open and non-judgmental. Don't start jumping to conclusions before you've heard everything. And listen to the content and the ideas. Not everyone is an effective speaker, so listen for what they're saying, not just how they're presenting it. And watch body language. That's always a key indicator if someone's upset or unhappy. Ask clarifying questions and be curious. If your questions are curious, you're going to get more information. Then once you've listened to know if you're effective or not, you have to confirm that you have all the information. So summarize what you've heard, check for accuracy, restate the information. It's also important to acknowledge any feelings expressed so that the whole person is heard. Like, I can see that you're upset. It sounds like you're frustrated. And then ask that person for next steps. This is important for employees. What do you want from me? What's the next step? What do you need help in so we can move forward? Now you're also looking for solutions. So the time spent practicing effective listening skills, how is this worth it? Well, number one, you can improve communication on every level. You can help to reduce mistakes and errors. You can help reduce the drama that accompanies miscommunication and misunderstanding that occurs in every office. So overall, effective listening skills can reduce your stress level and help you with the flow of communication in everyday events. That's Pettit's Pearl for the week.